Redesigning Minecraft mobs, Part 2, the Glow Squid. I think we can all agree that this is not the brightest mob in the game. It's not that cool to keep it as a pet, and I don't think it's that useful, to be honest. I also think that the original design is limited by the Minecraft style. Plus, it needed to look like the original Squid, which is already not that interesting of a design. Everything about the Glow Squid is obviously full of straight lines, which made it a little challenging to find the middle ground between its straight shapes and an actual squid, which in real life are soft, loose, squishy, flexible and boneless creatures that are basically made of water. The tentacles weren't hard to deal with. I made them all swirly to fill the space around and show how flexible an actual squid can be. But the head, that was the tricky part. Squids have heads that are very pointy at the top, almost like the tip of an arrow. But the OG Glow Squid is everything but pointy. And they also have those fins that the Minecraft version completely forgets. Not to mention that the glow squids don't have distinguishable eyes. You can see that it is blind, that the eyes are super small, or that all of those glowing circles around its head are its actual eyes. You can kind of just pick your favorite answer. I decided to make its head not completely pointy, but more of an oval and flexible shape to respect the anatomy of a squid and the bulkiness of the game version, alongside with discrete but present fins on the sides. For my version, I decided to turn every glowing circle on its head into an eye, giving it more of an abyssal alien vibe, glowing in the dark and able to see it all around it with his many eyes across its whole body. Now, something that was particularly difficult with this drawing was how to show its glowiness in a white background. I tried to go for a darker background, but I didn't like it, so I needed to create a lot of contrast between the parts that would glow and the parts that wouldn't. My main point of glow would be the light turquoise on the tip of each tentacle and on its eyes. The rest of its body would have to lean on the much darker tones. But something that really helped creating texture and contrast was adding those little dots that many squids have. They were a good excuse to make the colors interact more and give the overall piece some visual noise that suited it very well. I also added some of the glowing ink coming out of its mouth, and towards the end, I once again added these scribble and sketchy lines that I ended up using as an excuse to make this sucker on the tentacles. I wasn't going to draw the suckers because they were going to be so much work to do with detail. But with this sketchy, purposely asymmetrical and a bit lazy effect, they were much faster and easier to make aside from looking very stylized and cool. This glowing squid really surprised me at the end. I didn't have much faith in it for the majority of the time while I was making it, especially considering how much back and forth I had with the lighting. But more towards the end, and especially with the little dots and the contrast with the light turquoise lines, this mob really grew me. Check out more mobs that are redesigned in this video right here.